Is it my internet? Which internet do I use? Hi everyone, Victoria Xana here. So let me know if you're watching this video. If you're new to our group, say hi to us, as well as let us know what is that you need help with. And you're also welcome to reach out to us personally. So send us a message either on a personal profile or a Facebook page and let us know what is that you're struggling with, what you need help with, so we can see how we can help you speed up your recovery process. And those of you that are new and those of you that are not familiar with us, we are Victoria and Oksana, we are twins. My sister and I are born on the same day. And we've been helping people with autoimmune diseases. We guide people through the autoimmune recovery process, provide daily feedback and support, make adjustments when needed. And that's what we do every single day without days off. And those of you that don't know, we've been working nonstop. Hi, Evelyn, good to see you. Since December, we've been helping people recover from autoimmunity, including weekends, Saturdays, and Saturdays. And hi, Crystal, good to see you. So we also do videos every week in this group. So make sure that you follow our page so you get notified if you want to join us live and ask us questions. And we talk about different topics regarding autoimmune diseases. Yeah, so in this video, we're going to talk about what happens when you really don't know who to listen to for advice. So when people are being told or drawn to opposite things at the same time, what happens is that it usually causes paralysis. And maybe that happened to you. You go to your doctor tells you one thing, you go to somebody else, they tell you to do something different. So when someone says online to eliminate certain foods from your diet, or that's going to eliminate your disease, and then someone else says something different, that causes confusion for a lot of people. And when your doctor says food doesn't matter, take this medicine, and you trust your doctor more because you respect their degree. So what happens, sometimes people, they just don't do anything. And then we'll say, I guess I'm just not going to do anything because I don't really know what to do. Why change my diet if I can enjoy my food and just take the medicine? Yeah, the same thing happens when you do change your diet and you're not getting results within weeks. So it's very hard to stick to something when you're not seeing progress or you don't have the guidance. So most people, what happens, they quit because they're not seeing results. So if you're ready to make changes to your diet or your lifestyle and you're not getting better within weeks, you're most likely doing it wrong and you just don't have the knowledge or experience to figure out how to make it work for yourself. So in our program, we're with clients daily and we help them isolate what is still causing the symptoms to stay. And a lot of people think it's just a meal plan. It's not a meal plan. We guide them through recovery. And that's why with our experience in disease reversal, there's no way for anyone to assure is what they're doing is right without us overlooking everything. So every person who has been told that they're doing everything right, they're eating really healthy, they eat organic foods, maybe you're eating organic food, but you're not getting the recovery that you need, or maybe you're not getting results, or you hit plateau. Some of our clients, for example, right now we're working with somebody who has been struggling with Sjogren's autoimmune disease for decades, and the first time she actually got out of her plateau. So she made progress again since she's been diagnosed, and she just continued to get worse. And that's what we help people, make sure to point them in the right direction, set them up for successful recovery from autoimmunity. And that's why it's very hard that you can replace our experience. We're able to see things that most people would never have been able to see on their own, especially since we teach from experience and results we see with our clients. So let me know if you guys have any questions about this. Hi, Melanie, good to see you. So if you're watching this live, say hello to us so we can say hi back to you, and let us know in the comments what you need help with so we can point you in the right direction. Yeah, so one of the problems is in fact that modern medicine is behind. Modern medicine is behind when it comes to disease reversal. So a few years ago, I went to teach at Wayne State University, and there were young doctors who wanted to understand how food impacts diseases. So things are really changing, but until there's unified voice where doctors are saying, yes, diet is important, nutrition is important, and this is what you have to do, it's going to take decades for people to understand that autoimmune diseases are reversible. And it took decades for FDA to come out against cigarettes after we knew that it was causing cancer. So research was showing that cigarettes were causing cancer and other lung diseases, but the doctors were smoking cigarettes. And the FDA didn't say a word for decades. And only after FDA got the truth out there, it started to say you should not smoke. And this is what's happening with nutrition, because the doctors don't know how to help you other than give you medicine. So like we mentioned earlier, if you need a help, let us know in the comments below me. And this is what we do. We help people recover from autoimmunity every single day. And when our clients reverse their diseases, their relationships get better. There's no stress within their family members. The income gets better because they're able to work again and enjoy their work without having all this chronic fatigue and pain. And that's why you're no longer spending your time or your holidays around hospital visits. Yeah, we actually just finished the interview with our client, Erin, and we're gonna post a video this week, maybe tomorrow. And she finished 6 weeks, and she had a lot of anxiety due to her skin problems, and she had food fear, and she's a totally different person. If you see her in the video, like, we're gonna post her testimonial on a page. So stay tuned for that. And her skin is amazing, and her hair stopped falling out, and she didn't know what to eat. She just basically would not eat much. Yeah, so she was scared. She was very scared of food. She was scared of stress. Her skin was flaring up. She had huge blisters all over her body. The doctor gave her medicine. She had allergic to she was allergic to medicine. She couldn't take medicine. She couldn't take the creams for her inflammation of her skin. And she had so much anxiety and fear around her condition. But now, just within 40 days, she's a completely new person. Not only is she getting better, her skin is finally healing, but she's mentally a different person. And there's a reason why what we do works, is because it works the best when it comes to using nutrition for disease reversal, but also we guiding you through that process, answering your questions, making sure it's clear to you, it makes sense, what's normal to feel, what's not normal to feel, clarifying all the different myths about nutrition and food that people write about. They tell you don't eat this, but it's not based on results. Make sense? Mm-hmm. And another thing that I want to talk about is disease is a result of how unhealthy some of the cells are in your body. So how do you make these cells healthy? And each type of cell has different set of requirements of raw materials, raw nutrition. So food requirements for the species are not the same, they're different. So food requirements for somebody like a dog or a cow are different for us. So your ability to get recovery is based on feeding every one of your cells the nutrients that they need to be able to do their job. So if you're trying to build a new house, let's say addition to your house, your cells are like all these workers who are going to build that beautiful addition. So the nutrients you give your body cells are the same as raw materials that you give your workers to build your new home. And we also have talked a little bit about it in some of our videos under units, and then we talk about it in a webinar. So if you haven't come to a webinar, make sure you attend the webinar. We explain a little bit more about this concept. So let's estimate you have about 100 trillion of cells in your body. So you have a significant amount of cells in your body to be sick, and you must still feel normal. So you have to hit a threshold of a certain amount of cells to be sick before you even have any symptoms. So for example, let's say you have 4 million of cells that you need to be sick for you to feel any symptoms. So if 3.99 millions of cells are still healthy and one cell is sick, and how do you feel? You feel pretty normal. You have energy, you feel healthy, you have no rashes, you have no pain. And then you get one more sick cell because you ate something or something happened in your life. Maybe you had trauma and it triggered your inflammation. And now you have all the symptoms and you're sick. So you feel all the symptoms. Yeah, so the whole point of what my sister is explaining is sometimes it takes a threshold for people to get sick. So if you have 100 trillion cells, and for each individual, you need to have maybe 50 trillion of those cells to be sick for you to develop symptoms. But for other people, it might just be a lot more cells have to be sick for you to develop those symptoms. So the whole point is you get one more sick cell because something triggered that cell to become sick, and now you have all the symptoms and you're not feeling well. And that's why a lot of people feel like they got sick overnight. You didn't get sick overnight. You got sick over time, and you collected sick cells until you finally hit the threshold where you have now symptoms. So it's not like you got sick overnight. It was happening over time until a collection of cells became sick for you to develop the symptoms. So think of it that way. You're trying to heal now. You're doing all it takes. You're eating to heal, and you're working on your trauma and what happens, and you're getting recovery. So now your cells are recovering, and you're getting healthier, and you are coming closer when you don't have, when you do have the right recovery process. But if you don't have the right recovery process, you will never get there. So if you're doing things that are causing your symptoms to stay, or you're not doing enough of the right things to heal because you don't really know what's going on, what's slowing down your recovery, you will never achieve full disease reversal. So that's why we focus on not only what it takes to reverse a disease, but also stimulate the repair of your body. And when you do that, that you will heal as quickly as your body can heal. That's going to be different for different people. Yeah, so for example, if you were building up sick cells for decades, there's some people who are just might be getting on the way because they've been sick for so many decades. So it depends really where you started and how sick you are and which organs are involved. But just because you didn't have any symptoms years ago, it doesn't mean that you were not getting sick. You were already building up that inflammation. You just hit the tipping point. So that's why what we just mentioned is it all depends how long you've been sick for decades, how soon you will recover. It all depends on that. But you basically what we help people is reverse the state and fix their cells so the cells start functioning optimally again. So that's why our success rate is really high. And there's a lot of our clients who do not have any symptoms, but they end up even 6 weeks. And many of the labs go back to normal. And there are some people who are just getting started on their recovery, where they're the healthiest they've ever been in years. So how fast you recover really depends on when you started and how long you've been sick and what you've done prior to working with us. So we had multiple people with kidney failure. One person whose kidney labs became normal in 6 weeks. The other person got better by 30%. So our program is getting you healthy as fast as it's possible for you. Makes sense? So let me know if you have any questions about this. I can see. Yeah, but you can actually scroll down. Hi, Lucia. Hi, Melanie. Hypothyroidism in autoimmune disease. So Melanie asks, so hypothyroidism may not necessarily be an autoimmune disease. So it can or cannot be. So sometimes it takes decades for people to actually develop antibodies against the thyroid. So it might not necessarily be an autoimmune disease. And then even if people, a lot of it is just the way you feel. Sometimes people feel a lot of symptoms before they get diagnosed or before the doctor puts them on medicine. And even when you do take medication, people still feel the symptoms. Hi, Gayla. Hi, Diego. Good to see you. Hi, Tracy. I'm sorry to hear that you're in the hospital and I have POTS, dysautonomia after COVID. Can you help? So we've had a couple of people come to us with POTS, but basically they also had autoimmune diseases. So if you're also dealing with inflammation, then it can help with your cellular repair and give your body the tools that it needs to heal itself. That's what we're focusing on, is optimizing your immune system and giving your body the nutrition that it needs to heal. Makes sense? Yeah, and Evelyn said, I've tried so many inflammatory diets, but never got better, but I never was told about feeding my cells. So yeah, exactly, Evelyn, like we mentioned, a current client, she had Sjogren's for decades. She had a lot of pain. And she only ate vegetables. So when she told us, she actually didn't know what could she possibly eat because she was eating like this and she was not getting better. And now after 10 years, she finally started to get better first time in 10 years because she was kind of like, not getting better. Yeah, so she had flare-ups, and actually when we started, she did have a flare-up as well just before we started. And she was crying, but she's doing so much better now. Her pain is less, and then her moisture is coming back. So she's getting a lot more nourishment now, and actually reversing the inflammation on the cellular level. So that's why a lot of people who do come to us, sometimes they eat vegetables, they eat really, really healthy. She was not eating any processed foods for years, basically following more like a paleo diet, but still not doing enough of what she had to do and not really shifting that anti-inflammatory pathway or still driving the inflammatory immune system. So that's why we actually have a class in 30 minutes with our clients. And Evelyn, I know you're starting the program with us Monday, so I'm really excited for you. once you're gonna be inside our private client Facebook group, and we have classes that we teach with clients once a week, usually on Saturdays, and you can watch all the previous recordings from the previous classes. So I'm really excited for you to get started on your recovery, but as well as get the right education and then apply knowledge and experience to your specific case. Yeah, so that's why it's about making it work for yourself, so you're actually getting the results. Sometimes people might know what to eat, but they just get confused and they don't know how to make it work for themselves based on their symptoms. So that's where we come in. We're able to identify what's happening in the body and what's still causing the symptoms to stay. So that's why our process, it's the way it's designed like that, because it works the best. And that's why. But either way, Gayla said she's interested. Hi, Gayla, could you please send us a message, because maybe we talked before on a Facebook page, but we might have forgotten what is that you need help with. So please send us a message either on a personal profile or on this page, and let us know what you need help with, so we can see what we can do for you. Mm-hmm. And we also just posted our client Lucy on a page, and she said she still haven't had any symptoms, and she just finished a program a few weeks ago, and we have her video on the, if you go in this group, these videos on the unit, can we post it here? And most of the videos you can, yes, we can. Oh yeah, so sometimes people ask us, can I talk to your clients, can I reach out to your clients? But as you know, we do protect the client's privacy. We blur out the last names. But if you go to a personal profile, sometimes our clients will leave comment there and they will say how great they're doing. So our client Lucy just left a comment on a Facebook, on a personal profile, saying how she went to 2 different doctors, 2 nutritionists. She was dealing with inflammation of her bladder and infections, and she's been symptom-free since 3 weeks working with us. And her symptoms haven't come back, and it's already been 2 months since we worked together, and she's been symptom-free. So that's really, she made a comment, and we really appreciate that she did that to let others know that what we do works. And you still to stay gone as long as, because we teach what to do to recover rapidly, and then we teach how to maintain your health. So it's very different compared to recovering at a rapid state and then just eating healthy. So that's what she's doing now. She just maintained her results without being too restrictive. And then when most of our clients who reverse the disease, they're able to eat a lot more of the variety. Yeah, so a lot of our clients, we interviewed one client that we worked with Hashimoto's and Crohn's, and she's eating gluten, she's eating bread, she's eating some other things, and she has no symptoms. So that's why one common question we ask, do I have to eat something forever? No, you don't. But when you're trying to recover from disease, if you're chronically ill, if you're really sick, you do have to do everything it takes to heal. And one of our clients actually that we worked with, who was on the feeding tube, we did make a post about her. She's off her feeding tube. That was a year ago. So she's completely recovered now. But during the recovery process, 10 weeks, she got her inflammation markers were down. She was doing so much better. And then her doctor said, go eat some oats. She ate oats and she got pneumonia. So one thing she ate that might not be so inflammatory, so bad for you, but it's not healing. And doctors said, people who are chronically ill, it's really important that you're very careful about every single step you do when it comes to recovery. It's going to make a big difference when it comes to disease reversal and just remission. Because people can still be in remission while still have flare-ups. So what we teach is actually how to get to the point where you achieve full disease reversal. And when you get there, you just learn how to maintain your results. And that's something we work with the clients every single day, and we teach them that process. Yeah, so this was great questions, everyone. And we do have a class coming up with our clients in the next couple of minutes. So we do have to hop off here. But it was good to see everyone. And Melanie, I'm sorry that you lost your husband to cancer. I'm really sorry for your loss. It must be very difficult for you. Let me see if there's any other comments. I think I have to refresh this page to see. Oh, if I refresh it, I think oh, what happened? Did I just leave the group? No, you're still there. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. So Tracy said, I went to the medical medium diet, just got weaker and weaker. Yeah, so Tracy, maybe it was something that you were doing there that was not working for you. That's why it depends. Some of what exactly were you eating, how much you were eating, what was causing your symptoms to stay, and that's why I just spoke with somebody who also did medical medium diet as well, and I forgot what she was doing actually.
She's taking supplements.
Oh, I think she was taking a lot of supplements and doing juicing. So that's why it just depends on exactly why you were feeling weaker
And what you eating?
what exactly were you eating that was causing you to feel that way. Because most of the stuff that you find in books is really general guideline. It's not really custom to you. They just tell you, oh, eat those foods. Like if you Google, for example, anti-inflammatory diets, like most of it is not correct. It's not even based on, they just give you a general guideline. And some people get better and some people get worse. So a plan where some people get worse and some people get better, it's not a good plan. So everybody's supposed to get better. So if you're not getting better, there's something that you're eating that's not working for you. So you have to make it work for yourself. So that's why we don't, like, everything we teach is not really, it's just based on experience and based on results working with specific people and with specific diseases. So it's not really something that you can find in books. Yeah, and then let me see. And Diaga asked, do you guys know what is being fluxed by antibiotics? And you know how this can be healed. Yeah, so antibiotics, they cause a lot of damage. They destroy your good gut bacteria. They can cause leaky gut and permeability. So we have a lot of clients who have been on high dose of antibiotics and they developed a lot of symptoms. So it can be trigger for autoimmunity as well, because if it's creating gaps in your permeability, in your intestinal permeability, then a lot of things that are not supposed to pass through get passed into your bloodstream and activate your immune system. So what we have to do is not only do we have to, if people have to take antibiotics, they have to finish the dose, but we tell the clients how to take probiotics after they take antibiotics. So what we typically recommend is if somebody has to take antibiotics, they have to take probiotics 2 hours after taking antibiotics, and then we work on their diet to heal their gut. So because antibiotics can cause a lot of damage to gut and the immune system as well if it causes permeability. So we have to heal the gut, we have to reverse the inflammation, that's and then the immune system, and give your body the tools that it needs to repair itself. Melanie said, I'm interested in doing your program. Melanie, yes, feel free to send us a message. Please remind us what is that you need help with specifically so we can see what we can do for you. Okay, so great to see you, and then we'll talk to you soon. And Diego, I did get your email today. I will try to answer you by the end of today. Get back to you as soon as possible, okay? RG said, I was on long-term antibiotics for acne. I'm suffering with so many symptoms now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I don't know, RJ, if you've seen, my sister and I suffered with acne as well. Cystic acne for decades. And yeah, so if it caused you some of these symptoms, you want to make sure that you're addressing those symptoms. Okay, so it was good to see everyone, and then we'll talk to you soon. Thanks for joining. Have a great day. Bye. Bye.